understand the beauty in the simple existence and the contrast. It's like you can't have joy without suffering. You don't appreciate comfort in the same way without discomfort. One almost defines the other. And that is certainly part of the beauty of what I'm doing right now. Like, I know that when I get to sit in a chair and drink a bottle of cold water, it will feel better than any chair that I sit in on a normal day, and it will feel better going down my throat than any glass of water that I have in the normal run of my life. And it's shining a light on the stark, defining moments of existence, if that doesn't sound like too grand a thing to say. It's seeing the world in technicolor, and to see the bright colours you need to have the dark shadows. So the moments where I feel hopeless and despondent and struggling are what make the moments like this, where I really can't stop drinking in the vividness of my experience. That's what defines it. It's what defines them. And now, like, I was struggling to think. I don't actually know how many days I've been on this trail. I'm not quite sure what day it is. I mean, I could find out if I wanted to, or look at my phone, but I don't really care. And that's really, I guess, what I aim for in doing these things, is reaching that blissful state where really all there is just the route in front of you and your effort to keep moving along it, and the need to sustain yourself. This race right now, if you want to call it a race, this experience right now is kind of defined by the moment, appreciating and enjoying the moment, and not just enjoying it, experiencing it, like properly experiencing it, and experiencing the fact that it will pass, and the next thing will happen, and then the next, and then the next, and the next. Kind of just keep that flow, keep that forward motion. I think the forward motion itself is it's like a philosophy, I guess. It's like one big metaphor. In life, I guess, you have two choices, don't you? You can either go and carry on moving forward, or you can stop and you can give up. And they're basically the two choices which we have on this race. I can either carry on and keep turning the pedals, and sometimes that's easy and enjoyable, and you just crave to see what's around the next corner, and everything feels good. And at other times it feels like each pedal stroke or step forward is like pulling another tooth out, and you're not quite sure how you can endure it. But there's really only two options, is that you take the next step or you give up. And I think that lesson in acceptance, that metaphor, is pretty powerful, Like, I think it teaches you a lot about life, because the value of this experience is not at the finish line. The thing that's gonna stick with me and impact on my life is this right now. It's riding up remote mountain trail. Fuck knows how or why it was decided upon that I should be here, but I am. And it's beautiful and it's challenging and it's giving me something which is really hard to identify, but it's giving it to me and it's growing me with every pedal stroke. And my hat goes off to Nelson and whoever makes this happen for the work that they've done, because it's remarkable. It's a work of art, really. It's a canvas for each and every person here to paint their own adventure onto, their own creation. But it's an incredible backdrop. Anyway, I'll stop wittering on. It's just good to get some of these things down for a change and remember them.